Hello, everybody. I know it's going to take a minute for people to join. I want to welcome you to this live. This live here, I'm going to talk to you about becoming a co-author with a number one best-selling author, Sir Marco Robinson. This is a place where you write a chapter in his book, and he's a number one best-selling author, so you will be in a number one best-selling book, and this is where you can turn any loss into a sensational comeback. This is about trauma that you've been through and how you got through it and how you can inspire others. I went to the Unstoppable event in Toronto. I met Sir Marco about 2 weeks ago, and it was extremely inspiring seeing people up there talking about their chapter and what they wrote about. And you could see them healing themselves on stage. Writing the chapter is healing, sharing your story is healing, and then you're helping other people know that they're not alone when they see your story, and you can inspire them to keep going and to never give up. It's a super exciting. I'm really excited to be a part of this. I am a co-author. I'm not sure what series and volume I'm going to be in, but this is what the book looks like. I don't have my inverter on. I'm not sure how to do that on Instagram. I'm more of a TikTok pro. But this is what it looks like here. You can buy it on Amazon. And if at any point in time during this video or even on the repost, if you want to learn more about this, just comment book or start over, because this is called a start over movement. It's just another way for me. This is helping me heal and share my story. And I'm 52 years old, so I have a lot of stories. I've had a lot of things happen in my life. So this is stuff that I can go out and I can talk about, and I'm super excited. And I also have another co-author who's going to join me. I need to find her on here. Her name is Kirsten. She's from Australia. So let's see. There she is. I'm gonna add. If you do have any questions and you want to learn more about this, comment book or start over, and we'll get back to you after the live, or even if you see this on a repost. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I'm not too sure where to even begin. I've never actually had another person on a live with me before. This is the first. Normally when I'm on here, I'm doing free angel card readings, giving guidance and hope for people. But this is another way of giving guidance and hope. What we're doing here, being the co-authors of this book, is I'm looking at this as another big healing asset. This
Very
movement, the start over
exciting.
movement. And you must be really excited because you're getting to talk in Australia very soon.
Yes, that's right. Yes, so I'm a co-author as well. So I'm not sure which book, but one of the upcoming books soon. And there's you were part of the event in Toronto, I believe. So yeah, the
Mhm.
next event is in Sydney, Australia, and that's in 2 weeks on the 22nd of November. So I'll be there, and yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
That's exciting. So I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Everybody have to
Yeah.
bear with us. We just
So I guess one of us, I don't know if you want to, you've talked a bit about Toronto. So did you want to share what exactly made you want to share your story in this uh,
Yeah,
start
well,
over?
first of all, I was really excited to meet Sir Marco because he is a celebrity, and I needed to touch him and make sure he was real. He's not AI. I told when I signed up, I said I touched him 3 times. He's not AI because it's hard to trust people on the internet when you're seeing things. So I'm here to reassure people he is real, he is genuine, he has a beautiful energy, very inspiring. He has awesome energy, like he really amps you up. So
Yeah,
yeah, I found
definitely.
him and his energy very inspiring. And then there were so many different stories that people were talking about, things that they'd overcome that were just, I definitely cried. I
Yeah,
shed
yeah,
tears with pretty much every story. And I
yeah,
tried to hold on to it, but it was hard because it's just such a beautiful story to see the things that people have overcome that you would think that some people would just give up. But these people are just show you how to be relentless and keep getting up and keep trying every day. And that's stuff that I talk about online. So I find it so exciting to see these people that are doing that. So I found it very inspiring, and I want to share one of my stories as well in his book. I'm not sure which story of life that I'm going to share. I think I know, but because I have already written a book that's about to be published, it might be about that stuff. I'm not even too sure yet what I'm going to share in the book yet. But yeah, I've overcome a lot of stuff myself that people don't even know about or have a clue about in my area. Like family wise, I went through like really hard times for the past 4 years, secretly, and nobody knew about it. So when things came about and some people found out about it, no, I never told anybody the whole story. So me writing it all out was super healing because I honestly, I still have never, I don't even like to talk about it publicly, locally, like publicly with strangers. Totally okay. On the internet are all my best friends, and I'm totally cool with talking to them. But the people around me in my area that have preconceived ideas of who I am because of who I was growing up, I don't like to talk to them about it anyways, because people just don't understand who I am anymore. Complete strangers give me so much more support and understanding than my general vicinity. So, and then I just am so excited to share and help people and warn people about the things that I've been through so that they don't have to become a survivor of that as well. You know what I mean? I don't like to call
Yeah.
myself a victim. I am a survivor of many different things. This is just one of the things.
Yeah, and I think that's really common in the book series. People have a story to share. They're all so very different because we've all got our own unique pathway, but often people have held that close and haven't, really spoken about it very much. So what comes up really commonly is that the authors, myself included, find the actual process itself is so healing, like it's cathartic. We go through and we get it down on paper, and it feels so empowering again to be able to share your story. So the books are great because in each book there's 14 co-authors, and Marco writes a chapter. I think he's a couple of years older than us. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but he's also got books of stories. So each book has a different chapter that Marco's written, and then there's 14 co-authors. So they're really, really good to kind of get a broad range of different stories of, coming back and starting over and being stronger than before. So, yeah, it's a really great movement to be involved in.
That's very exciting. And then anybody watching, for one, if you're watching right now and you want to know more, comment, book, or start over. And if this is a replay, comment that. We'll get back to you. But don't think that your story isn't good enough or other people will have the same story, because every one of us is so different. We're our own authentic selves. We're completely, nobody has the same story. It's like a fingerprint. You are your own unique being, and your story is the same, and it is worth sharing. You are worthy of sharing your pain and your triumphs, and people actually want to read it. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know. Did you want me to talk about my story or?
Yes,
Yeah,
I didn't write down questions to ask you, and I should have done
no,
that,
that's
but
okay.
yeah.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So, I think you can pick up. I'm originally from England, but I live in Australia, and I've spent almost 20 years in education. So I was assistant principal, deputy principal. Absolutely loved it, and I think like most people who go into those careers, it was a vocation. It was what I felt I was meant to do. And then unfortunately one day I'd worked in some quite challenging schools, and one day we had a lot of incidents. It was pretty common, not really, a surprise, but I ended up where I was actually assaulted at work in an incident with a group of students. And it really wasn't the incident itself, it was more excuse me, it was more the impact that it had on me. So I ended up with chronic pain, and I couldn't go to work. I was on sick leave. I even had some spinal surgeries for the pain. So it's been a very long journey to come back from that. And really, the turning point for me in my transformation was I went on a yoga retreat to beautiful Byron Bay in Australia, which is an amazing place for free spiritedness and healing. And I got to a point in this retreat where I was in a yoga nidra, which is, I'm sure a lot of your viewers know what yoga nidra is, but it's an extended relaxation. I couldn't even feel, I couldn't bear to be in my own body anymore. It was a nightmare. And I was like, I've got to get out of here. So I stayed till the end. And then the next day when I woke up, my pain was gone. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I'd been in pain for years and now I felt pain free. It was a big long journey after that, of course, to come to recovery, but that's led me down the path. I'm now a yoga therapist and a clinical nutritionist. I have my own clinic in the local village here, so I'm able to use that now to help other people in their pain and their journey to hopefully transform out of it in the same way that I did. So that's my story pretty much.
Well, that's very inspiring. And I love the yoga aspect of everything. That's everything. I love everything that you do. That is, I just very much vibe with you. And that's another thing I've noticed that with a lot of the people that are co-authors, I find that it's like kind of like a lot of possibly finding a lot of soul tribe in here as well, because we're all very similar yet different, and a very compassionate and understanding people. And it's just different
Yeah,
than other people. I find it hard to find people besides on the internet. So this is really
I
nice to meet
think
people, and I'm going to meet lots of
yeah,
you when I come out to do the talk. I'm excited
yeah,
to go out and talk. I like talking. I never knew
yeah.
that before, but since I've been online, I do. I like talking.
That's fabulous. And I think you've really, hit a key point there. So many people inside the group, the other co-authors, say exactly the same thing, because I think when you get to a point in your life where you feel it's difficult to move forward, or perhaps there isn't a way forward, and you're in absolute despair, you have to dig really deep to come out of that. And part of that for a lot of people is having a spiritual awakening and coming back to feeling connected to spirit, back home to themselves. So that's a very common theme among the people, and it is so great, because you're right, even as a yoga teacher, sometimes if you get me talking about philosophy, you'll be there for like an hour and you feel like you don't quite gel with other people, and people think you're a bit woo-woo or whatever. So
Right?
it's so wonderful to meet people like yourself who, we have the same common themes and the same things that we believe. So yeah, it's wonderful.
Yes, no, it really is wonderful, because it is so hard to find people that you vibe with. Because as you do these ascensions and the spiritual awakenings, you vibrate at a different level. So all the other people, and this is not disrespectful saying people are lower vibrating. It's just what it is. As you ascend spiritually, the people that aren't into the stuff that you do, you would call them lower vibrating. Like your light repels them, like it annoys them, and they don't see things the same as you. And I can see there's a lot of people that is from the Zoom yesterday. I was like, ooh, some like-minded people that, my light
Yeah.
might not agitate. Yay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I think Marco's really big on that as well. Marco really understands that, and I think that's what's so fantastic, having him lead the movement and having him as, a coach through this process, because he really understands people like,
He has
like that.
great
He understands the
empathy,
business
and
world.
his energy.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you
yeah.
off.
So
I do
it's
that when I
great.
get
No, no, that's
excited and
fine.
I'm
It's
passionate about
great.
what I'm
It's
talking
great.
about.
Yeah. And so I guess, we're going to be, the next global event is in Sydney as well. So that's on the 22nd of November. So it's really just over 2 weeks away. So I don't live in Sydney. I live interstate. So I'll be traveling over there, which I'm really excited about, because Sydney is so beautiful. And so, yeah, if people in the Sydney area, and, anyone who's around there can actually come to the event live. So we'll be posting up the links, and people can, definitely come along and have the same experience that you had in Toronto and
Oh, I'll
listen
be there
to
watching.
some of the stories. Yeah,
I
and
would
some
totally
of the other
travel. My
co-authors.
Australia is on my bucket list. I would totally travel there, but my daughter's due to give birth in the next 4 weeks and I'm grounded. I'm not allowed to leave the
Yeah, well,
country. I can't even go 2 hours away. I need to be close by right now. So, but
yeah,
I will definitely be joining live for sure.
not spiritually grounded. You're actually grounded, not allowed to
Yeah,
leave.
I'm
But
grounded. No
um,
getting on the plane, Mom. You stay
yeah,
here.
Uh, yeah, and I have to say that the other co-authors that are in are going to be speaking at Sydney, they've all got it's unbelievable. Like you say, we've all lived a life and we've all got these stories, but when you get together with so many people and you hear these different stories, so I know there's some extremely powerful stories in Sydney, so definitely if you are around there, do come along and see what it's all about.
Yes, I definitely will be for sure. I am really excited to attend some as well, but and I really wish I could come to Australia. I'll be there one day. It's on my bucket
Next
list.
year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Next year.
Now, yeah,
Yeah,
and anybody watching us, I forgot to mention too, if you're not following us, if you could give us a follow, especially if you're interested in this movement at all, make sure you're following us so you can learn more because we're going to be posting a lot and I'm going to be doing lives for the next 3 days. I'm booked to do lives. So I'll be interviewing and talking to people. I guess I'm interviewing. I don't know. This is like my tester to do a podcast. I've been thinking about doing a podcast. So this is kind of like my little test, I guess.
perfect. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you're happy with what's going on. But I think we're doing an okay job, given it's our first time solo. I've done one of these with Marco before,
Right?
but not on my own. So we're doing it together for the first time.
Yeah, this is great. I think we're doing great. I think we've touched on, I'm just trying to make sure we've touched on everything. Yeah, the event in Toronto was kind of called Unstoppable, and that makes me think of
Yeah.
the song Unstoppable and how motivating and inspiring that
Hmm.
is as well. And that was another thing that got me to go there. But it was just so nice to meet him because of all the people on the internet. It's just so nice that I could touch him. Like, yep. Call my
Yeah.
family, yep, he's real. He is
Yeah.
not
He's real.
AI.
Yeah, he's real. And as you know, with there's a couple of slots a week. He does spend a lot of time, with the co-authors, making sure that this process is smooth
Yeah,
and
he's very serious.
works
You're
well.
not
Yeah,
treated like a number. This is like you get one
yeah,
on one, and I so far, I've been involved for 2 weeks now, and I feel very motivated, inspired. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to my future way more than I was before because I'm going to be traveling and talking, and that just makes me so happy.
yeah. That's
So yeah,
fabulous.
this is something that I personally needed. So anybody out there that is working through traumas and you want to write it all out and heal yourself, because when you heal yourself, you cause a ripple effect of everyone around you. So this is a great thing, and I just think it's wonderful, and hopefully more people join.
Yeah, and yeah, go through the journey with us. So
Hmm.
yeah,
And make
thank you
new
so much for
friends.
having me. Thank you
Yeah,
for having
so
me on as your first guest. I feel
I know
very,
I'm
very
very
privileged.
excited, and
Thank
I
you.
met you last night, and I was so happy to meet you. And like I said, I'm just meeting a lot of great people too, which is another benefit from coming on and joining the movement is just meeting these other people that have been through traumas and
Mm.
pulled themselves through it. So
Yeah, and
it's just so beautiful.
it is, and I think you've touched on another important thing there, is that not only do you feel understood, that people around you kind of get you, but also there's a strong sense of community within the movement, because for me, I was on sick leave for years, and so my whole life fell away. I wasn't going to work, and slowly the people that I worked with, we'd catch up, but then we didn't anymore. I was a surf lifesaver, so I was part of the surf lifesaving and part of the emergency services jet boat crew, and that was a huge part of my life. And then I couldn't patrol because I wasn't fit enough, so everything fell away from me, and I became so isolated for a long, long time. And obviously, I did the work through the yoga and the Ayurveda, which is ultimately what allowed me to heal both, well, in body, mind, and spirit. It was a whole package. But it's so nice now to be in a place where you're with other people and they truly understand you know, what you are going through. Their story might be slightly different, but they understand going through that journey and getting to the lowest point and having to find the way out of it. So it's so amazing to have that sense of community as well.
Absolutely. And you sharing that story and saying how you were off and you couldn't work and you were self-isolating. There's so many people out there that are probably even watching this right now that are
Yeah,
like, oh, wow, like to help motivate them
yeah,
to keep getting up, keep trying, keep pulling through. And
yeah,
then they can write their comeback story too, because you motivated them, but from your story, which is beautiful
mm.
and amazing. And I'm just so happy to be a part of this. And welcome everybody that's watching. And thank you, Hannah. I seen your compliment on there. So yeah, this I think this is a great movement and I do recommend it to anybody and anybody watching this right now, or if you're watching this on a replay, comment, book, or start over and we'll get back to you and give you more information.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And it's been lovely getting to know you over the last couple of days. And
Yes.
yeah, we'll follow along. Next stop, Sydney for me, which is exciting. But likewise, I hope to make it to some of the other destinations next year. And I'd love to, you know, meet you in person, whether it's in Australia, Canada, or even somewhere else. Who
Oh, I'm
knows?
willing to travel anywhere. I love traveling. I'm so excited. So we're gonna meet somewhere. And hopefully
Yeah.
it's not Canada. No offense, but I want to get out of here and travel. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful meeting you, and I'm
Yeah.
really feel blessed to be on this journey and meeting you and everybody else. And thank you for joining me on this. And hopefully other people decide that they would like to join us on this journey.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. And I'm
Okay.
sure. Well, I'll see you on a call probably in the next week.
Oh yeah,
But
more than
yeah,
likely. All right. Well, it
thank you,
was awesome having you. Take care.
thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.